We're live now. Assalamu alaikum, Peya. Thanks for joining me tonight.
Morning,
And
Sam.
Thanks, Sam. How are you?
I'm doing good. What about you? You're doing good
I'm
on this
fine.
pandemic?
Yeah, there's
How's
nothing
your
much that
plan?
could be done. There's nothing much that could be done in this pandemic. Just simply you're spending your time in quarantine. That's it. Nothing more than that. Yeah, there's
And how's
no.
Pakistan?
Pakistan's fine. Absolutely fantastic. Alhamdulillah. How about Bangladesh? How's it going? How's the weather right now?
Weather is good, but the whole pandemic situation, it's not yet good. But we're slowly, I think it's going better.
Uh, but I think it will take time. It will take about 3 to 4 months more to get the things settled, to get things settled down. Before that, it's going to be quite difficult,
Yes, absolutely.
especially because in the subcontinent is quite populated, and especially the areas which are populated have been affected the most. And especially given the current economic scenario and the situation of the people, it's very difficult to carry out this lockdown for a long period. We can't afford this for a long period. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. Because, something like, India, countries like India, Pakistan, or Bangladesh, we cannot afford this because we have so many lower middle class and
Exactly.
middle class families. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's just move on to the show, and let's start with you. Your profession, what you've been doing. Primarily, I just read that you're a lawyer, and you're the Bangladesh's top notch fashion model as well. How come that after studying so much law, you're into the field of showbiz?
Not after completing law, but something like I started modeling at a very early age. In fact, I
How
came
old were
from
you?
another city. Right now,
No, at
right
that
now
time
I'm
when
20. Oh,
at
at that
that
time
time
I was 16. I
you
was
were 16.
16, so it was 13 years back.
Wasn't it difficult to
And
keep the balance between study and your showbiz hobby?
yeah, it was difficult, but I was always very much focused on my goal and as well on my thing, what I want from my life. So it was tough, but not impossible.
Okay. So, in being in our culture, especially the subcontinent, it's very difficult for a girl to choose a field like modeling. So, how was your experience when you told your parents that you'll be becoming a model, and you'll be choosing this as a profession?
See, it was difficult. It was very difficult, I must have to say, because as I came from a very conservative, restricted Muslim family, and
Okay.
I was not from Dhaka. Dhaka is our capital, you must know. So I was from another city called Khulna. And at that time, I don't have that courage to tell my parents that I want to do modeling. I just tell them I want to go to Dhaka to pursue my study. And then they know that, yes, I also want to do modeling. And the whole family of mine, they were against it. No, we cannot do modeling, except my mother. My mother was like, if you can maintain your study beside modeling, then you can continue it. That inspired me a lot, but the whole family and including the society, you know, they were not ready for it.
What exactly is it, in your opinion, that forces them to stop their children to enter this profession? Is it
Sorry,
the
I didn't get it.
society, or what exactly is it that forces them not to allow the children to enter this field? Is it the society, or is it their mindset that has been prevailing in this area?
See, I cannot even blame family like ours because the whole subcontinent is against it. Maybe because of our culture, because of our religion, because like Pakistan and Bangladesh were Muslim country,
Right.
and the mass people, they're always telling us that we're Muslim, we cannot do this, we cannot do this. See, I believe in Allah and I'm Muslim too, but that doesn't mean I cannot do anything else. I know there are so many restrictions in Islam, but there are so many restrictions in Islam that you cannot have, you cannot drink alcohol or something like this. But these people are so hypocrites. that they will have alcohol, but when it will come to the main thing or come to the woman, they're telling me, no, you cannot do this, wear hijab, or don't do modeling, something like this. So still I think that what is the main reason that what you asked me that what is the main reason that they tell us that you cannot do modeling, or why these people think that modeling is not a acceptable profession in our subcontinent. Maybe because of their lack of knowledge, because they didn't travel the world that much, they didn't mix up with the people that much. Maybe I don't know. It's very weird.
I guess the lack of opening up they need to open up their minds, and they need to have wider acceptance for other professions, because in subcontinent there are hardly three to four professions which they allow their children to opt for. Nothing more than that. And I've recently seen the trend.
Doctor, engineer, that's it.
It's exactly that's it. Either you're an accountant, you're a doctor, you're an engineer, or a lawyer. That's it.
Yeah. And you know something? That's a very interesting thing. From that, with respect, I'm telling you this, that from that middle class sentiment, I become a lawyer. That was one of the main core reasons. Because my family was like, always, either you have to be a doctor, engineer, or barrister. Though I like this profession, that lawyer, but still, I had in my mind always that I have to have a prestigious job, because from my society, they always told me that modeling it's not an acceptable profession still.
But how come they sorry to cut you, but how come they said modeling isn't a respectable profession when they themselves love watching models on the television? I mean, like, how can they say this?
Exactly. That's why I chose the word hypocrites. I don't know. They really like modeling, or they really like people seeing on TV. They always watch TV. At the same time, they will tell you the person or the model or the person from media, they're all bad. I don't know why. And you know something? Like if you see one divorce happen within media person, then they're all like, all media person, they're very bad and all. But if you can see beside you, it could be relatives, it could be colleagues. It's a very normal thing, whether you want to be in a relationship or not, right?
Right. Okay, what was the inspiration behind this career? The profession, the modeling profession? Who inspired you?
Yeah, I think. See, from my teenage, I was very passionate to watch FTV, to watch models that they're walking on the ramp. But I never thought that I could be a modeler or I can pursue this career, because as I told you, I came from a very restricted, conservative family, Muslim family. I was not even allowed to think that I could be a model. I think from my passion, I just stepped into this modeling field randomly. Nothing inspired me that much that that I have to be a model or something like this. I think just randomly, maybe.
Okay, it was all random. Nothing that you had in your mind that you'll be becoming a model one day.
Yeah, because as I told you, I was not allowed to think that I could be a model.
I was going through your profile a while ago, and I read something that was quite interesting. Like here is written, "Peya's rise to stardom is a Cinderella story." What exactly is that Cinderella story?
See, as I told you that I came from a small
all
city.
that made me think was that you might have lost your shoe as well.
No, I always had my shoes. I never lost my shoes. But I came from a small town which called Khulna. This is another city of Bangladesh, and grew up in a city like Khulna. It was very tough to think that I could be a model. See, I didn't even stay in Dhaka, where everything happened in Dhaka, where the main industry is in Dhaka. So when I came from Khulna, I didn't think that I could be a model, as my family was against it. Then I was very stubborn that I was like, why I couldn't be. I'm just doing modeling, and nothing bad in it. I was also stubborn. Then my father stopped giving me money for my tuition, for my study, for my pocket money. Then I did some part-time job. I did some tuitions, so many things to survive, to give my tuition fees. And today, yes, I become a model. I become a lawyer. Alhamdulillah, that I got a respectful life, but it was not easy. That's the reason that maybe it was written over there that it's like a Cinderella story.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's a segment of society which thinks that it's not possible to excel in this profession till the time you don't give unusual favors or compromise on integrity. Is this so, or I think these are simply just misconceptions of this industry?
Are you talking about casting couch?
Exactly.
Okay. See, if I share my experience with you, I shouldn't tell about others because everyone's journey is different, I believe. But if I tell you my story, I think that would be a good story because I did movies in Bangladesh, I did modeling, then I did modeling internationally. I also worked in India as a model. If I share my story with you, then I'd say that yes, from the beginning of my career, I got some indecent proposal in modeling, not in modeling, but in movies. Sorry. Then when I got some indecent proposal in Bangladesh from movies, I was like, maybe I couldn't survive in this field. This is not for me. Then when I started modeling in India, I also got some indecent proposal when I used to go for the audition for Indian movies.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden, I realized these people who are giving me indecent proposal, they are not the core media people. They're always the third person of media,
Okay.
So
It's just
because
like the
these
bookies,
people,
they are in between cricketers. Just like the bookies, they
exactly,
are between the cricketers. Okay.
exactly, because see, this media industry, this is not for pleasure. This is for business. This is the main
Right.
business for maximum people. So maybe few people who think it's as pleasure, maybe they're into with this, but most of the people think it as a business thing. So I think you got my answer.
You're
And
right.
I should add here a few things that if a person, few person maybe think that if you need to have give and take relationship to succeed in your career. But I believe that if you have patience, if you have consistent hard work, and if you have time management sense, then nothing could stop you. But yes, must have patience and also hard work.
Okay. Is there a mafia or lobby that exists in this industry?
Maybe in Bollywood, not in Bangladesh.
No. Well, I
We
guess
can see a lot of things going on in Bollywood right now, right? After this Sushant Singh Rajput suicide.
well, I guess that makes sense because Bollywood is far more bigger as an industry when compared to Pakistani and Bengali market.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay. Does modeling requires hard work, or or anybody who has been given a national figure can opt for this profession?
I think, Gary, can you please repeat?
Does modeling require a good face, or the overall care of health?
See, if you could ask me this question like 10 years back, then maybe my answer would be yes, to be a model, you must have to be skinny, you must have to be tall. But right now, at this moment, I would tell you that to become a model, yes, to become a fashion model, if I say more correctly, you must need to be tall. But at the very same time, that you need to be all-rounder. This all-rounder doesn't mean that you need to be beautiful or you need to be a perfect figure or something like this. This all-rounder means that, see, you are enjoying money, you are enjoying fame from this industry. And when this society needs you, you need to stand up for them. You need to talk. You need to, you need to come forward for the people, for the society. So it's nothing like that you need willing to look beautiful, but also you need to speak up. So I think right now people need to be really for modeling. I think yes, for girls or for boys, they need to be tall, and at the very same time, they need to be smart. I think I should use the word smart.
Okay. Uh, will bulky people be able to survive in this industry? I mean, like there are people who don't age that much and they gain a lot,
Yeah.
and I
So
think their hard work and the demand and their hard work demands increases automatically as compared to other ones.
yeah, can you please repeat me this the question again one more time?
Okay. My question is that is it possible for bulky people to survive in this industry? Because there are people who eat very less and they gain very quite quickly.
So you're telling me that yeah, whether bulky people they can survive, right?
Right.
Um, Bulky people are those who are like not that much skinny. Yeah, they can do work like for maybe Adidas need plus size model. Um, they can do modeling campaign for maybe for Adidas plus size or something like this. But maybe the other brand they'll not call these models. To be very honest, if I tell you like honestly,
Okay.
um, maybe they could be a model. They could be model for a particular brand, but surviving it will be difficult. I'm sorry, surviving it will be difficult if you have a bulky figure. See, modeling at this moment you don't need to be skinny or super skinny, but you need to be fit, very fit. And I think every person should be fit for their own good, right? It's
Right.
not just for only modeling, but for also to survive in your life, to have a good health without any sickness and all. So why not? But if I give you the answer of yours, the main question, it's tough to survive for bulky and it's not super skinny.
Okay. Okay. Pia, you've been on trams across the globe. Uh, was there an instance where you've faced an injustice from the judge, where you felt that just because I'm from subcontinent, I've been marked as negative?
See, let me tell you, like those who are seeing me below that I'm a Miss Bangladesh and I also own a pageant in India called Miss Indian Princess International. I also become judge of beauty pageant. If I tell about my story, then see no one, no participant is the friend or known person to the judge, right?
Right.
Because in a competition there are a lot of people, a lot of participants. Mm, so a judge just could judge a participant by their merits. So I don't think so. In maximum case, in most of the cases, maximum judges would be just find qualities in a participants. So I think there is no question arise, no question should be arise about biasness and all.
Okay. Fine. I mean, everything's fair. Everything that you've gone through has been
In
fair.
maximum cases. In maximum
Okay.
cases. See, if I give you an example, there are 50 participants, maybe there are 50 participants from all over the country. How the judge will know all the 50 participants or all the 10 participants or one person? Maybe yes. If you could tell that a person who is a relative of judge, maybe that's a separate thing. I shouldn't answer or I shouldn't talk about this. But in maximum case, no.
Okay. Do you have any plans to do movies, Indian movies? I mean, and
So
who would?
Bollywood.
Yeah, exactly. Who would you like to feature with? Who's your favorite actor? Your dream opposite character you want to feature with?
See, I really love Shah Rukh Khan. I really love
Okay.
Salman Khan. I'm so 90s. I'm a 90s kid. But at the same time, I should say that see Bollywood right now it's a very lucrative, very competitive place right now. But I don't think I could ever able to settle any other country except Bangladesh. I'm a very homesick person. I shouldn't say I'm homesick. I'm a very Bangladesh sick person. I couldn't settle anywhere else. Maybe if I could get any offer like, yeah, I can do one movie project to project based in India, then yes, definitely I would love to. But as I told you, it's a very competitive market. If I really want to do something good in Bollywood, I must have to stay there, which I can't. See, my whole career, my law career, my modeling career, everything is here. My family is here. How can I leave Bangladesh? How could I leave Bangladesh?
Yeah, right. Among India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, who's your favorite model and why?
India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. First of all, I would like to say I love everything about Bangladesh. See, from being a girl from Bangladesh, I love everything from Bangladesh. So if I have to choose from India and Pakistan, then I'd say I worked in India. So I'd say as a whole fashion industry, India is much more professional, but I never had a chance to work in Pakistan. So I couldn't tell about Pakistan or Pakistani models. But I must have to say all the Pakistani girls or Pakistani guys, they're very good looking. Their features are very good. And I watch a lot of Pakistani dramas. It's very good. So, it's different from my perspective.
Can you name a few? Can you name a few?
Oh, yes, definitely.
The recent one you watched?
Right now I'm watching Pyar Ke Sadke.
Okay.
Tum To Wajah. And few more.
Okay.
Yes, one of my favorite serials was Humsafar. That was Mahira Khan and Fawad Khan.
Mahira Khan and Fawad Khan, okay. They're the leading stars all across, not just in Pakistan, all over the subcontinent. Both of them. Okay. What would be your message to the parents who don't allow their daughters to go into this profession?
See, giving message to parents, I think I'm not that much capable to say something to the parents, but yes, definitely I can say something. Those who wants to come into modeling, that if you really want to do modeling, then try to give your best, and if you can prove yourself, I'm sorry, though it sounds harsh, but if you can give your best, if you can be successful in your career, then your parents must accept you. But for this, you really need to do hard work, never give up, and always focus on your dream, always. And I always believe in one thing, that never regret. If you feel that it's the right thing, that you can do it, just do it. Whoever say, whatever say.
Okay. Thank you, Peya. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Wish you all the best.
Yeah.
Okay, take care.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum, and take care of yourself.
Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Bye.
Allah Hafiz. Bye. Allah Hafiz.